Hey there! Welcome to the 14th Easy JavaScript tutorial, part of easyprogramming.net. In the last tutorial, I introduced to you arrays, how you can create arrays, and a look at its length property. In this tutorial, we're going to dive a little deeper into arrays and look at the various array methods and one string method that I intentionally skipped when we went over string methods a little while ago. For simplicity's sake, I'm going to stick to just logging everything into the console rather than printing everything into HTML as I've done in the past. And as always, I'm linking to the W3 Schools link on the array methods page, and I would recommend that you look into it for more examples, some other explanations, different point of view. Well, anyway, the methods we'll be covering today are toString, join, pop, push, shift, unshift, splice, slice, sort, reverse, and this one special string method called split. So let's get started. So here in my JavaScript code, I created an array called animals, and I assigned 10 values to it. Dog, cat, bird, snake, mouse, elephant, goat, lion, buffalo, moose, and monkey. Just 10 random animals. Let's log it to the console and see what it looks like. And see what our array looks like. So inspect, to console, and run it. And this is our array. It looks nice. Now let's take a look at our first method. So we're gonna log it to the console again. Well, we'll do animals dot toString. That's all you need, and it'll convert the array here, all the values in an array, into just one long string. We would normally call this stringifying code. So we'll do this, and here is our original array, and this is the string, and it contains the comma separator. That's the default setting. So toString is pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. Now let's look at join. So join converts an array to a string, but you can specify a separator. If you don't specify a separator, join works exactly the same as toString. So if I don't specify a little argument here, a little special parameter, and if I run it, so join looks exactly the same as string. So what's the point? Well, let's take a look. So join, you can pass in a special argument, a special parameter, and specify what you want to use as a separator. By default, it's going to be a comma, but you can do anything you want. For example, I'm putting here space, ampersand, space, so it'll look like dog and cat and bird and snake and etc. Now if I run it, there you go. This is our original array. This is our stringified array. And this is our stringified array using join and using the space, ampersand, space separator. You can use any characters you want. So you can do run. You can just do space if you want. There you go, just space. But I like ampersand because it looks nice, it's clean. There you go. Easy, right? That's the difference between toString and join. Let's continue and move over to pop. So pop removes the last element from an array. I put in parentheses LIFO. It means last in, first out. So when you're looking at an array, any value that was input into the array last, in this case it's monkey, it'll be the first one that gets popped out, gets removed. That's one way to think of it, something just gets popped out. So let's take a look. Console.log animals.pop. No special arguments or parameters needed. Now if I run it, let's clear the console, it'll pop out the last value, monkey, because that is the last value that was input into the array, whether it was input by a user or just hard-coded into the array. That was it. Now if I do a console log animals, just to see what my array looks like at the end, let's run it, and there you go. I have this is my original array. I popped out monkey. I pretty much kicked that monkey out of the array. I can assign it to a variable if I want to store that somewhere else, but I didn't in this case. And then I logged console log animals, and now I have dog, cat, bird all the way to moose, but no monkey because it was popped out. So after line 9, the animals array that's set up here no longer contains monkey. So if I do animals.length, it'll say 10. Because now there's just 10 animals remaining. I miscounted earlier. If I said there was just 10 in there, there's actually 11 in there. Oh well. Let's take a look at one more time. There we go. No monkey. Cool, huh? So I'm not gonna comment these out. I'm going to leave this as is for now, and we're gonna look at push. So it adds an element to the end. I also put in parentheses LIFO last in first out. So this is the last in portion where we're going to add something into the end. So anything added in here, and if you populate this is the value that's going to get popped out. Let's just see it in action. So we'll do console.log animals.push. Let's push in panda. Now if I run it, there you go. So this is our original array. It popped out monkey on line 9, and we outputted the array again on line 10, animals, and then we pushed in panda. So now the length of the array is now 11, although it didn't output what the array looks like now because I didn't ask it to. So let's do that now. We'll do console.log animals. So it scrolls up. Now if I clear this and if I run it now, there you go. This is the original array. We popped out monkey. This is the modified array with the popped monkey. This is the new length of the array after we pushed in panda. And now we're outputting animals again, and now we see that it goes from dog to panda. So it's moose and then panda, no monkey because we popped it out. Make sense? So that's how you push an element at the end. Now let's comment these out because our console is going to get a little cluttery. I'm just going to enter so we can scroll up. And clear the console, and then we're going to look at shift and unshift. So shift removes the first element from the array. So this works, I put in parentheses FIFO, first in, first out, so it'll look at the first element that was included in the array and pop it out. But in JavaScript terms, it's shifting it out. We're just shifting the array, and we're shifting the index numbers of each array. So we're going to look at the example. So this is our original array. We're working with our original array. Let's see. So we'll do console.log animals.shift. No arguments, no parameters needed. Let's do this. There you go, and it shifted out the dog. So now when we're looking at the array, it'll actually say cat, bird, snake, mouse, but all the way to monkey, and dog will be left out. So if I do console.log animals here, there you go, no dog in the reincarnation of the animals array. Cool, right? So why is it called shift? Like I said a few seconds ago, the shift actually shifts the index numbers of each of the array elements here. So for example, if I want to look at let's say I want to look at the third value of the array. I'm putting an index of 2 because it's 0, index 0, 1, 2. So 2 would be bird here, right? Let me comment this out just to give you a little visual. So now if I run it, so animals in the third position is bird. Now if I shift it and then do animals, the third value again, what do you think it's going to be? It's no longer going to be bird because the index number of bird was changed to 1. So now if I run it, yeah, there's a lot. Okay, let's just run it. So now it's bird. Here's bird. It says dog because that's what we shifted out on line 15. So you can ignore that value in the console log. And then animals, the third position in the animals array on line 16 is no longer bird, it's snake because this was shifted. If I want to get bird again, I actually have to shift this to a 1 because its index number changed. So if I do this, there you go, bird. So you just have to work with it just to get a visual of what's happening here. You're shifting the arrays pretty much physically. See if you can imagine me deleting dog from here. So now the index value of bird changed from 2 to a 1. That's one way to look at it. So that's shifting. That's unshift. Comment those out. We'll do console.log. Scroll down here as well. Unshift and adds an element to the beginning. FIFO again, first in, first out. Although we're adding this last in, when you're shifting and unshifting, it takes the values from the beginning. So we'll do animals.unshift. So we're going to add, let's add shark to the console and run. There you go. Now the length of my array is now 12. It used to be 11. Remember, that's because there are 11 array elements here. So now let's do console.log and just look at what we added on. There you go. Now shark is in front of dog. Make sense? The same concept here can be applied as well. If I want to look at the third array element here, if I run it, there you go, it's bird. Now if I do the same thing here, it's now cat because this was shifted. Well, in JavaScript terms, it was unshifted. It was unshifted to the right, but it was shifted, like physically shifted. So picturing if you add the animal shark to the beginning here, so now cat and dog are two different. So everything shifted one index number to the right. If that makes sense. I'm gonna leave it out. There you go. There you go. Shift and unshift. Next we're going to look at is splice. So let me comment these out. There's a lot here. For splice, let me just go up here so that you can see the array. We'll do console.log splice. So splice, it adds or removes new elements anywhere into the array. So this doesn't follow any LIFO or FIFO concepts. You can actually tell the array, tell JavaScript where to include the array. This is really pretty cool. So let's say if you want to add an animal in between snake and mouse, you can. You don't have to pop and push or shift or unshift. You can do it with splice. So actually the first thing we're going to look at with splice is actually removing an element. So let's say I want to remove the element 5, the fifth element. That's the first argument. It's going to be mouse. And we're going to remove just one. I'll explain what that number means soon. So if I splice, oops, sorry. Duh. Gotta do that. Animal splice. There we go. It actually, element, yes. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Caught myself here. So the fifth element, it should be number 5 is actually the sixth element, 0 index. Gotta remember that. And so you're probably wondering what this one is for. The second argument here tells a JavaScript how many elements following that that first element it should extract. So if I put in 2 here and run, it actually extracted elephant and goat. So if I put in 5 here, let's put in 4 here, it extracted elephant, goat, lion, and buffalo. Let's do a console log of animals. Clear that. There we go. This is our original. This is what we extracted from the sixth array index down 4. So these 4. So elephant, goat, lion, and buffalo. And then this is the aftermath after we spliced up our original array. Cool, right? So you can actually target things in between. So let's say I want to actually just remove 2 and then add some stuff into it. So the splice method is pretty flexible, and it allows you to actually input more arguments, more values into where you want it to show. So let's say I want to take out those 2 and replace it with, say, chipmunk. I can. So if I run it now, there you go. This is our original. We took out elephant and goat, and then we inserted a chipmunk where elephant and goat was, in the 6th spot of the array. I said the splice is really flexible, so you can actually insert many more array values here. So I can do bear, let's do mongoose, zebra, cow. So I just added 5 more. I'll clear this. There you go. Run. So I took out elephant and goat. Elephant and goat no longer appears here, but I entered chipmunk, bear, mongoose, zebra, and cow. And lion, buffalo, moose, and monkey just shifted all the way to the right. So this is a great, awesome power of splice. You can just enter things into the middle of your arrays. Now let's look at slice. Splice and then slice. Comment those out. Go up here. We'll do console.log animals.slice. Not slide, slice. So slice takes in two arguments. In splice, we told the method to start at the 5th position or the 6th position and then extract 2 of them. So slice creates a new array with previous array data. So splice and slice work similarly, except in terms of slice, it actually creates a brand new array, which normally you would assign to another variable, to another array variable. Let's just take a look. So we'll do 5 and 10. So it takes 2 arguments. We want to start at the 6th position, so 5. We're going to start at elephant. I'm not going to catch myself again, and we're going to go up to the 10th element. So we're going to take these 5. Okay, console. There you go. So we have, this is our original, and then we created a brand new array, elephant, goat, lion, buffalo, moose, from the index number 5 to index number 10. Now if I output the console, let's see what that looks like. There you go. It's a little cluttery. Let me just clear that and run it again. There you go. So our original array was not affected here, as we have seen in like every other console log that we did with console log elements, console log animals, excuse me. It's because slice creates a brand new array. It doesn't affect the original array. That's one of the benefits. If you want to take an array and create another array out of it, slice is the way to go. Alright, we're almost done through the list. Next we're going to cover is sort. Let's cover this out. So sort is pretty self-explanatory. It sorts the array in ascending order. Has nothing special as of yet. Let's see later. Excuse my typing. So now if I run it, let's clear the console first and press run. There you go. It put everything in alphabetical order. So bird, buffalo, cat, dog, elephant, goat, lion, monkey, moose, mouse, snake. Let's see what our original looks like, if it was affected at all. Run it, and it was. It converted the original animals array and changed all the values inside and put them in ascending order. Now let's look at reverse. Reverse is the opposite of sort, as the name suggests. So console log animals.reverse. Leaving this here. I'll comment this one out. So now if I run it, so this is our original, this is our array in ascending order because we sorted, and then this is the reverse sort. So it's going from the highest value to the lowest value. So snake, mouse, moose, monkey, lion, goat, elephant, dog, cat, buffalo, and bird. Pretty much the opposite. So the last thing we're going to cover is split, string split. Comment these out. So I wrote, I have a variable ready, string, variable str, says hello, comma, my name, comma, is Nazmus, and comma, I live, comma, on, comma, earth. So we want to split this big string into an array so that we can do stuff to it. So we'll do console.log string.str.split, and it takes an argument. We need to tell which separator to use to determine where to split up this string into arrays. So I put a lot of commas in there on purpose, and I want to tell JavaScript to split this string based on the commas here. So I should get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different values here. So let's do this. There you go. This is the original array. Ignore that one, and this is the array we're looking at. So my string, hello world, my name is Nazmus, and I live on Earth, was converted into 6 array values here. Includes the spaces because it covers the spaces. If you want, you can actually even use the space as a separator. See, now if I run it, there you go. It split every single word up to a space. So it covered the commas because commas are part of the string. But now the spaces are the separator. Well, that's all I have for array methods and that one string method. I hope this tutorial opened up more programming possibilities in your world of JavaScript. In the next tutorial, I plan on covering the sort method in terms of sorting numeric values. If you try to sort numeric values, you'll run into a lot of problems. You're not going to get the expected results. It can be a little tricky, so I'm going to do a special tutorial just on this. So come back and watch the next tutorial. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments below. Remember to visit my website at easyprogramming.net. Have a good one.